intention is to allow private sector run this economy while providing the support that they need. And that is why you see this government has been very strong on ease of doing business, holding the feet of the various departments of government to fire, and trying to move things on much quicker. So with that background, you don't need to see a minister to license an IPP. You need to see NERC, and you need to comply with their terms and conditions. Now, the last time, and I refer to these numbers very cautiously, but I think the last time I checked, which was about 2 years ago, NERC had licensed over 100 power projects that have not taken off. So as a regulator, if you are licensing and you are not seeing action, you tend to be more circumspect and reflective about what the terms and entry conditions are. Some of the letters I see don't even meet the first precondition, which is you want to build a power plant. Where is your land? Because the experience of NERC has been that some of the licenses they issue end up in court because there's a dispute over who even owns the land. So they want to be sure first that the businessman and the developer has some of the basic requirements to even get off ground. And so there's an interconnect between then getting the permit, the generation or distribution license with, do you have a PPA? And MBET will ask you, if you want to sell energy to MBET, to say, where's your license? So, to sum up on that question, I want to advise all businessmen, particularly those entering the power sector, please, in the interest of everybody, consult a lawyer to just guide you through what the basic requirements are before you even start. Now, as to whether you can connect, IPPs can connect to customers, yes. But as I said earlier, this is a highly regulated industry. All over the world, there is a regulator in power, setting standards, setting conditions, because the law first says that everybody who invests in the power sector should fairly recover his investment and some profit. And so if you have invested in a franchise area, why should the regulator allow another person to come in without conditions to protect you? And I alluded to that in my speech. So you can connect. And let me say that there is no exclusivity unless it is endorsed on your license. That is the law, not the minister said. I think it's section 67. It permits the regulator to license similar or additional services within a franchise area unless it has told the original franchisee or licensee on his license that I am giving you this license with exclusivity. So if you do not have exclusivity under a generation area or a transmission area or a distribution area, NERC is at liberty, subject to compensatory conditions, to license another person to do transmission where you are transmitting, to license another person to do distribution where you are distributing, or to generate where you are generating. Because it seeks ultimately to create competition and enterprise. And I hope that answers that question. So it's a process. You have to apply. NERC then has to look at who is affected. They have to consult. Then they issue orders and permits. And so that's why I said, for example, we've issued regulations to allow mini-grids and all of that. Those mini-grids will come on within a franchise area of one of the 11 discos, because the 11 discos cover the entire national landscape. We've issued regulations to allow people who were not original licensees now apply to be licensees to supply meters. So there is no exclusivity. Even though the discos have a contract to supply meters, NERC is working within the framework of that law to open it up, but will be subject to certain conditions.